we're really just girls who wanted to work. I live in Ottawa, Illinois, in a brick house on a quiet street. I grow tomatoes and peas and pansies. I have 2 children that I love. I have a husband that I love. They say you see your life flash before your eyes, that you see a light, that you move towards it, but you don't. You see your story, beginning and middle, as they were written, and the end, as it comes. And then once you've told it, you can rest. Then you can go home. Then the real work is done. I'm Captain Wolf Donahue, and I'm telling you now. What time is it?
Early.
I think I'm going to be late.
You're fine.
Be honest. Tell me how I look.
You could stop a clock, which could be a real problem at this new place.
Do I look like a girl worth 8 cents a watch? Because that's what they get paid. Some of them make over $8 a day.
Pulling my leg.
Not bad for a bunch of girls, huh? Maybe I'll make more than you someday.
Ouch.
I'm kidding.
Listen, making good money doesn't come cheap. They might try and make sitting at a table sound fun, but they call it work for a reason.
I want to know what it feels like to make $8 a day. I want to know. I want to be that person, just for a while. I'm nervous, I guess.
You'll be great.
Tell me I can do this. Tell me I'll be good enough.
You can do it. You won't be good enough. You'll be great. Now, go make some money.
Morning, girls.
What you got there, Mr. Reed?
Girls, I'd like you to meet Catherine Donahue.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Pearl.
Pearl's your girl if you want to hear a joke.
Nah, not really. Well, yeah, did you hear the one about...
Then there's Frances.
Welcome.
Frances is the moral backbone of this gang.
Got my work cut out for me with this one here.
The one she's referring to is Charlotte, of course. Charlotte's been known to eat our young. The last new girl at this table cried after 3 days.
Not true, Mr. Reed. Not true at all, is it, girls?
Is the Pope Catholic?
You married, kids?
Don't snoop, Charlotte.
Just a question.
A boy and a girl, twins, Billy and Sally. My husband's name is Tom.
Tom. That's a nice name. Tom. Tom sounds like...
Charlotte,
Yeah, Mr. Reed?
you want to turn some of your talking and showing how it's done?
Oh, what's done, Mr. Reed?
Painting the dial, Charlotte. You know, that thing you do in between words?
Okay, it's easy. Watch. You take your little brush here, twirl it between your lips to make a point. Then you dip it in the powder here.
Why does it shine?
There's a little rig in there. Just a smidge.
Pay attention, Miss Allinson.
Donahue.
Point, dip, and then you paint like this.
It's a lip dip paint routine. Easy. Lip dip paint. You got it.
It tastes awful.
You get used to it.
Is it okay?
Is what okay, Miss Donahue?
Getting this stuff in our mouths.
It's more than okay. It's medicinal.
The value of radium is unquestionably established for ailments of all kinds.
It's all the rage. Radium clinics all over Chicago, you know. Cures just about everything.
Sciatica, neuralgia,
Lumbago,
bronchitis,
pneumonia,
arteriosclerosis,
gout,
vasomotor disturbances.
Those who can afford it are lining up.
nothing short of miraculous.
How many watches do you paint a day?
Tell her, girls.
About 100, 120. Same here. More when there's something I want to buy.
On an average day, 150. A good day, 200.
Believe it or not, Charlotte's one of the stars of Radium Dial. You got 1 month. End of the month, if you're good, you got the job. If not, you don't. That's the way it works. Think you can handle it?
Oh, I can handle it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
She'll be great, Mr. Reed.
And I was. My 2s swooped and dipped. My 5s were flawless. My 8s could have been in a museum. And my 12s?
Aces is right, Miss Donahue. You're gonna love it here.
I walked home that night in the dark. A girl walks differently when she's making money. I said to myself, 10 years ago, a woman like me couldn't even vote, let alone make this kind of money. Couldn't do better than her father and just as good as her husband. Tom met me on the corner that night. He took one look at me and said,
Your hair,
what?
it's glowing. Your dress, it's shining. Your eyelashes, your hands, your mouth, you glow.
It's the dust from the paint for the washes.
I always thought that time and hope were different. One made of mystery and the other made of luck. Now I know that they're both the same. Made by a paint, a brush, and a woman's 2 hands.
Tom was right. Work really does cost you something, and home's never been the same. It was hard being away from our kids. I think I missed them more than they missed me. I never got used to it. As for the woman at work, we knew why we were there. We made good money. We made a good team.
$5 is the guy who works in the basement's in love with Madeline.
Charlotte.
Almost.
Never gonna happen.
Not so sure about that.
You know, I look at each one of these watches and I don't see hours, minutes, or numbers.
No?
I see dollar signs.
I think it's called inspiration.
It's called motivation.
When did it start, the dollar sign thing?
First payday when I put the money in my purse.
Then you went across the street to buy that pair of gloves.
Worth every penny.
I remember those gloves. What about you, Katie? You seeing dollar signs yet?
Just numbers.
Boring. Dull.
You know what I am seeing right now, girls?
What's that, honey?
A banana split and 4 spoons down at Snyder's. Come on, girls, I'm by. Hi. You beat me home.
It wasn't hard. You're late.
Well, we worked overtime a little bit, and then we stopped for a quick one on the way home.
Quick one?
A quick, banana split.
A banana split.
Not a whole one, we shared.
Well, glad you got time for that. Dinner's not really going to be good tonight.
You're acting like a baby.
You're acting like a guy.
You remember on my first day on this job, you said to be careful because work can cost you something. Remember saying that?
I do.
Not this job. It's not like work at all. We made a list. Things that shine,
The money in my pocketbook.
which feels great.
Valentino, Rudolph Valentino, in Fairbanks, Douglas Fairbanks. Oh, and the one with the hair in the chin.
That pair of pearl earrings at Marshall Fields, Lake Michigan, on a Saturday.
In July.
Time in our hands,
Time in our eyes,
Time at her feet.
Time in the air.
in our dresses,
in our hair,
in us.
time,
And time again. It wasn't supposed to be this easy. It wasn't supposed to go so fast.
What a day, huh? I've never had a Saturday like this. I left my mom next to the pot of tea and a box of Necco wafers. It would take hours before she realizes I'm gone.
nice of your brother to lend you his car, Pearl.
Yeah, but just don't tell him I did, okay?
You stole his car?
Technically, I borrowed it.
You didn't ask?
I'm a little fuzzy on the specifics.
I'm impressed. I didn't even think you knew how to drive.
Yeah, when did you learn?
My first lesson's next week.
Queens for a day. Nothing to do but pretend we're ladies of leisure.
I brought chicken sandwiches. Who wants one?
Me?
Dark meat? Speaking of which, is it just me or is Al Capone one of the sexiest men in the city?
Just you. Hey, Katie, how's that perfect husband of yours?
Still perfect.
Do you know what Monday is? It'll be our 6th anniversary. All of us working for 6 years. Katie started work on this day, Monday.
You, of all people, remember.
Yeah, it was a dark day in Charlotte personal history.
Quick, more things that shine.
The sun.
This water,
This sand.
this day. And like that, time passes.
Time passed.
Before our eyes.
Before we noticed.
Katie. Hey, honey. Katie. Katie, I'm home. There she is. How was work?
Fine, fine.
Huh. How many watches you paint today? Make us rich?
175.
Huh. I think I'm about to start dinner. You hungry? Hey, you look tired. No offense.
Tom, look at me.
Okay,
Really look.
I am.
You see anything? Anything different?
It's my beautiful Katie.
You don't see anything different.
No, I don't.
You're sure?
Scout's honor.
Turn off the light.
What?
Turn off the light.
Why?
Just turn it off!
It won't come off.
Can't come off.
Never come off.
I tried.
It's just the dust, like always.
But it's not just on my skin anymore, it's in my skin.
It'll wear off.
Don't you think it's wrong?
No, I don't know. They say it's fine.
I hate Tom, my bones, my back, my legs. I'm scared.
Maybe you're just tired, like any other working stick.
I'm not some little doll, Tom. It's not too hard for me. There's something wrong, and I don't know what it is.
Listen, I'm tired too. Dead on my feet. Don't come home complaining to me. Remember, you wanted this job. So, that's why you picked it.
I'm not making this up. I'm steady as the day is long, and I'm telling you, there's something wrong with me, and I am scared. The definition of a company doctor, a doctor who takes care of the company.
Catherine?
Yes,
You work for...
the company, Raging Dial, that's why I'm here. You know that.
You have a complaint?
There's something wrong. With my leg, my foot, my ankle, moving up to here.
I'm prescribing aspirin.
I've been taking aspirin. It doesn't work. At work, they gave us a test. They had us breathe into a machine, a meter.
Standard procedure.
Standard procedure for what?
For the company.
But what was the test for?
Employers give employees tests all the time in the best interest of the workers. Maybe you're just not cut out for this work.
How can you say that? I'm a good worker.
Listen, Miss Donahue, you're doing your job, I'm doing mine. We work for the same people. You want to know about the test? I'll tell you. Some people think companies make workers sick, but they're already sick when they get hired, and they try to pawn it off on the company.
This is new. This is different. It keeps me up at night. I can't sleep. I can't.
Nerves. Sounds like a classic case of
Nerves? He said I had a case of nerves.
I went last week to the doctor.
You did? What did he say?
Aspirin. He said cake.
Aspirin.
I went 2 weeks ago.
What did he say?
Aspirin?
Aspirin.
I went 2 days ago.
You should have said something.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Figured it was my business. Besides, he told me to get.
Ladies,
Good morning, Mr. Reed.
you're awfully quiet today. Cat got your tongue?
Not really, Mr. Reed.
Thought maybe you were all under the weather. Thought maybe you didn't feel so good. The doctor stopped in this morning. You're looking thin, Catherine.
Oh, I'm fine. The kids know they run me ragged.
You wouldn't you tell me if there was something, anything?
Of course.
Because you could, tell me.
I'm Aces.
And the rest of you?
Great.
Fine.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. It would break my heart if there was anything wrong. Your nines, Catherine. Watch your nines.
Yes, Mr. Reed. What's wrong with them?
They're fine, Katie. It's him.
So, what do we do now?
What can we do?
Work, I guess.
So, then, let's work.
Katie,
Yeah, Charlotte?
I would watch out for him, Mr. Reed. He knows his butter's his bread, and it's not us.
I had a nightmare and I dreamed, I woke up in the middle of the night, and you were gone, just gone, and I couldn't find you anywhere. And then I woke up, and you're really gone.
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep.
What's wrong? You don't feel good?
It hurts.
What hurts?
My leg, inside, my foot, inside. There's this pain moving up my body, settling in parts of me. It feels,
Maybe it's just the cold, the damp.
you know what would be great? What would really help?
What?
If you would stop making excuses and actually believe me. It's not the weather. This job isn't too hard for me. There's something wrong and I don't know what it is.
Listen, Katie, there was something really wrong. I couldn't take it. I just couldn't.
I'm not sure if I could.
We'll go see a doctor. Maybe he'll listen and find it.
It's not that he didn't listen. It's that he lied.
We'll find a new one.
It's too expensive.
I'll pick up extra hours. I'll work weekends. We'll make it.
Tom,
Yes, Katie?
if something happened, could you find me in the dark, far away?
From the minute I met you, I knew that I would always be able to find you. Day or night, from a million miles away. My nightmare is that I won't be able to find you. I'm not going to let that happen.
My foot feels like it's breaking. Inside, my bones are breaking. I couldn't lift my little girl last night. I could barely walk to her. I could barely cross the room. Anyone else?
I bleed. I'm bleeding. My teeth, they ache.
I can't find a doctor who will listen.
I can't find a doctor who will tell the truth.
It's in my arm that you have. It's in my arm.
Clarification from the company. They want you to know they're careful, that we use nothing that could harm you. In the best interest of our employees' safety, Radium Dial does not compromise its products or the health of our workers by using materials of low quality. Radium Dial uses materials that contain pure radium only. If, at any point in time, we had a reason to believe that any condition of the work endangered the well-being of our employees, we would have suspended operations. The health of our employees of Radium Dial is always foremost in the minds of our officials. Most sincerely, Joseph A. Kelly, President.
We made a list. Things that stopped shining.
Our days,
Our nights,
Our sleep,
our dreams,
our time.
ourselves.
Mr. Reed,
Ah, Miss Donovan. Come in, come in.
Pearl said you wanted to see me.
Sit. You want to sit? Have a seat.
No, thank you.
This isn't, I don't want,
What, Mr. Reed?
I'm sorry, I have to do this.
What? What? Do Mr. Reed do what?
I'm so sorry.
For?
I'm letting you go.
What?
I'm letting you,
But you can't do this to me. There's no reason.
I'm so sorry.
You're really firing me. For being sick?
You've been a great asset to the company.
It's this job. There's something making us all sick, and I don't understand what I have.
You've been a great worker until these last few months. I'm sorry.
The company doctor was a liar, but no other doctor in town would see us. So we had to travel to the city to find the one doctor who would risk her name.
It seems that with the severe pain in your legs, the hardware that has formed along the underside of your jaw, together with Francis, do you understand?
Yes.
Your fractured jaw resulting from a tooth extraction and a subsequent infection of your tooth socket, in addition to anemia. Pearl, are you listening?
Yes.
The amputation of your arm that will eventually be necessary due to the sarcoma throughout your tire. Charlotte, would you like to sit down, Charlotte?
No, no.
Catherine?
Yes.
The fainting spells and destruction of your teeth connected to the malignancy of your jaw and necrosis of your hip. Necrosis means localized deafness of your tissue. To the best of my knowledge, this is a direct result of radium poisoning, of exposure to and ingestion of radium. Has anyone told you this before?
No.
I'm sorry. If you have questions.
You said radium?
Yes?
Nothing else.
No? You work at Radium Dial?
Worked, yes.
For how long?
9 years, 1922 to 1931.
Did they warn you?
No.
Did they protect you?
No.
Did they ever tell you?
No.
I see.
Tell me, radium poisoning is
Irreversible.
meaning?
How do you want me to say it?
Like we can take it.
Terminal in all your cases.
You're the only one you know who would say it was radium.
I'll tell you the truth. Always. It's the best I can do.
then we'll take it.
Well, knock me over with a feather.
I'm almost sorry we saw her. Maybe if she hadn't said it, it still wouldn't be real, you know? Maybe some other doctor would know what to do and wouldn't be so. Maybe Dr. Dallas is wrong, Charlotte. There's still a chance that.
Stop it, Katie. Just shut up. You can't make it better, okay? So stop trying with your silly optimism. They did this to us and they knew it. They threw us away for a few watches. That's what we're worth. That's what you're worth. So spare me the maybe this and maybe that, okay? It does no good.
We're on the same side, Charlotte.
I'm sorry, I know. Who's gonna take care of my mom, Katie? Who's gonna take care of her? That's that then. Big day today. I gotta get home.
This is the sound of a mother's heart breaking. This is the sound of her falling apart. This is the sound of time running out.
At least you had the nerve to say something to when he fired you, Katie. I just started to cry.
I cried, then I threw a pencil sharpener at him.
This is a poker party, girls, not a pity party.
Charlotte.
I'm just saying, we're playing for pennies, not sob stories.
I'm in. You girls hear about Marie?
Yeah.
What about you, Charlotte? Did you cry? Anyone want to take bets?
Worse, I was struck dumb. I couldn't say a thing, not a thing. First time in my life words failed me.
Words fail you? frozen over.
The person more surprised than me was Mr. Reed. He didn't say a thing. All of us let go, not a second thought.
Remember, Shar, no pity, I'm in.
Just stating facts.
Francis?